I have. All right. All right. I should get that as an audio too. Can't believe I didn't do that.
All right, all right, all
Okay.
right.
Okay. All right. What's up, man? What were you watching? What were you watching right there? Tell me.
Uh,
Tell me about it. I want to know
uh,
what you were watching.
I was watching the best hour and 20 minutes of television this year so far.
Oh my God! It almost sounds like we're doing a commercial, like we're being sponsored or something. I
I
don't know
mean,
why. I'm yeah.
look, man, if HBO Max wants to sponsor us, I'll fucking take it. But I was watching The Last of Us.
You're watching the first episode of The Last of Us. I don't know why I'm sounding like Letterkenny, but I'm
I'm not going to judge you, but I'm going to judge you a little bit.
okay. Yeah. So since we're finished, the what's it called, the
Chainsaw Man?
Chainsaw Man, I figured, why not replace it with a different show that we're getting every week, and so starting with The Last of Us. Now, this is gonna be interesting because I played the game several times. I'm a professed fan of the game. You have not played the game because you chose wrong by getting an Xbox instead of a PlayStation.
Look,
So,
hold on, time out. I didn't choose
yeah.
wrong. My fence forced me to choose wrong. All right. I didn't get my first system because I wanted it. I got my first system because my friends were like, either you get a gaming system or we're not friends anymore.
Well, that's the difference between you and me. I'm a leader, not a follower.
No, you know, want to hear something funny? When I first got the Xbox, they would buy me games and then be like, you owe us each $20. I'm serious. They're like, here's Grand Theft Auto, you owe us each $20. Hey, here's fucking Call of Duty, Black Ops 3. You owe us each $20. That was how the first couple years of my gaming life went.
Damn, can't believe that.
But let's talk about
right.
The Last of Us.
Yeah, let's take a couple minutes to just discuss this first episode of The Last of Us before we jump into M3gan. So we have Pedro Pascal, who is playing the most dad character that he's ever played, and God knows he's played a few.
I was gonna say,
Um,
man, wait, have you seen The Mandalorian? I feel like that's the most dad he's ever dad.
uh, I just feel I remember when he got cast as Joel. I remember thinking like, man, that's great. I cannot wait to see Pedro Pascal play a rough, tough character who's a quiet type, who's been hurt in the past, and who now has to take care of this young child that he doesn't want in his life, but that he ends up, protecting it from the rest of the world that wants to take it away from him. Never seen that before.
I feel like you're trying to be ironic.
I'm being super ironic. That's the point. I liked the first episode. I think it was a good way to start. I like that it took also like its moments to diverse from the narrative. Like it doesn't start with those scientists talking about the possibility of the pandemic. Felt very timely and yet also like it hit hard. Like that scene when at the end with the scientist just goes like, if that happens, we lose. Like we don't win after that. Felt heavy. It felt appropriate. It got us in the mood. Gabriel Luna plays Joel's brother, and he's great. He sounds exactly like Tommy, and so he was good. The girl who played the daughter, I forgot her name, but it doesn't matter because she's dead. And
Jesus Christ, Chema.
I know, and that's one of the strongest scenes in the whole game, and the fact that they let it like have its own weight and its whole scene. Like it was good. It was a good first episode. I like how far we got in the whole first episode. That we got to see the time jump. We got to see Joel as an older man. We got to see Tess. We got to meet Tess and Ellie at the end, and Marlene, who are all going to be very important characters throughout the story. I liked it. I really really liked it. I'm a little conflicted on the changing of the time because the original one, like it was at least in the 90s, and they jumped in like a little no like later, like it's later. I don't know. Anyway, it's weird. If they with that time jump, they kind of eliminates the possibility of doing something but I don't know if they're just gonna like scrap it. I don't want to say it because of spoilers, but this was a good first episode. I'm gonna keep watching. How did you felt?
I mean, bear in mind, I know I've never played The Last of Us, but I've seen the playthrough. Like, it felt like a movie watching that. I'm a huge fan of Naughty Dog. You know, if you know me, you know I love Jack and Daxter, and Lord knows Naughty Dog owes me a new Jack and Daxter.
Oh yeah.
Now that said, though, this show, do you remember how everyone hyped up Game of Thrones? How it was the best show ever? How everyone was jumping on the bandwagon of like greatest show, whatnot.
Yeah.
Okay, I feel like that with The Last of Us, but it's warranted because fuck, this show cut no corners. This show half-assed nothing. And it got so many details right, even down to like the truck crash where Ellie gets injured and Tommy gets separated from Joel. I'm sorry, not Ellie gets injured, but the daughter gets injured. And Joel's holding his little girl. The only thing I wish is that they had kept that scene with the soldier says, "But sir, it's a little girl." Yes, sir. I wish they kept that one part. I feel like it would have shown like even the lack of humanity. That's the only thing I wish they had kept. But other than that, like, damn, all the way through, just damn. The scene where the daughter is in what's the daughter's name? Sarah?
Sarah, yeah.
Sarah. The scene when Sarah is going through DVDs and you see the old lady in the back just starting to like.
Oh yeah.
And it's unfocused, but you see her movement. Yeah. I'm like, you sick son of a bitch.
Creepy as shit. I loved it. I loved it so much. That specifically.
And her mouth, for some reason, that like was scary. Like, because they made it a point of like she doesn't eat, like she's sick. But then when she opens her mouth, it's just like, oh God, no. But no.
Yeah.
But no, The Last of Us, I mean, fully recommend it. I'm gonna watch it. I've recommended it to my family. They love to watch TV shows and stuff, and I told them like The Last of Us is, and I didn't give them too much of a spoiler. I just said, look, the story is basically this: this dude there's this girl who is immune to a virus, and it's a road trip from one side of the country to another. Bare bones, like that's what the movie's about. The show's about. Enjoy.
Yeah.
I don't know if my sister has seen it yet. I'll let you know what my family says on the next podcast.
All right, sounds great. Yeah, I'm pushing for this show. I really, I mean, it sells itself, really, and also because I saw that they did something really cute where they casted Troy Baker and Ashley Johnson, who played like the voices and mocap of Joel and Ellie on the game. They're gonna be in the show too. So I'm really excited about that because I really like the two of them. So it's gonna be cool seeing them on the show.
Matt, I wonder, do you think so? I got two questions for you.
Yeah.
Because you know the games more than I do. I know the bare bones. I know I liked it. I know I was very impressed. Do you think they can keep up the quality of this show for 10 straight episodes? And near an hour apiece.
They gave them so much money. This is the most expensive television production in the history of Canada. Like, it is ridiculous. Like, that whole set. Wait. That whole set where they're like throwing the dead people in the fire. Like all of that was built. That was not green screen, and that wasn't like 2 minutes of screen time. Like, they just built this amazing, beautiful sets to just use them once. Like, that shows that they're gonna throw so much money at this, and the least we could do is just stay with our HBO Max subscriptions for like at least 9 more weeks.
Right around the time of the second quarter, that's when our HBO Max subscriptions will give out.
Yeah, unless they give me Euphoria season 3, I am not keeping it. No, fuck that.
You son of a bitch! You support my goddamn streaming service.
Well, I would like your streaming service to fucking support their creators back. I mean, they just deleted a bunch of Looney Tunes cartoons. Like, that's fucking stupid. Like, why? Why would you do that?
I think they dug themselves in a hole, which is nuts because, so folks, get this, The Last of Us crashed HBO Max.
Yeah.
Like, I think the last time that happened was Mortal Kombat when it like premiered and it crashed the site. So, I mean, I'll take that as a positive. That probably means that their subscription numbers have grown. Good. Question number 2. And this one doesn't include spoilers, folks. So if you don't want to get spoiled for something, like jump forward, like maybe a few minutes.
Okay.
Just skip forward. Like keep going until you hit the intro. So there's a point in the game that I think is the halfway mark where Joel's injured and Ellie has to basically take care of him.
Oh
And
yeah.
she comes close to dealing with some, I think, cannibals.
Yes.
And there's a guy who is trying to, I don't know if he's trying to assault her or kill her. And yes, there's a difference.
Yes,
But
David.
David, yeah. So do you think this season will end with that part of David?
No.
Or do you think it's going to
I
end with them getting all the way?
I think it's gonna cover the whole game.
You think so? You don't think they would want
Yes.
like enough material for a season 2 with the first game?
If they want to do a season 2, they can adapt The Last of Us Part 2.
Oof. Hopefully, I don't know. Okay, fair enough. So that was my question. If you
Yeah.
think that they would go that far, like stop at David for season 1, because that's a pretty
They're gonna-
traumatic event.
It is, but it's also like the scene that finally like breaks the two of them in front of each other, and it's like when pretty much the scene when they start trusting each other. So it's important that they have it. Also, Troy Baker, the guy who played Joel in the game, he's gonna play one of the cannibals. So he's gonna be a part of that gang.
Oh, you have to turn him heel.
Yeah,
Christ.
yeah.
Oh.
It kind of sucks because like I kind of wanted a scene where it was like the two of them like walking together, like it was like Joel, like Pedro Pascal and Bella Ramsey like walking together, and then like maybe when they're leaving Tommy's camp, they could have had like a scene where like they're given like guns by Troy Baker and Ashley Johnson being like, your turn, just like handing them over and just like just the two of them like going like good luck, and then like that would have been cool. But nah, they revealed what the two of them are playing. So and it looks like he's gonna play one of the cannibals.
Man, that kind of sucks. Like, let fans like give some input on these shows sometimes. But yeah, so okay,
No. Yeah, well,
that would have been cool.
What they did with Ashley Johnson was pretty cool though.
What they do with her?
She's gonna play in a flashback. They're gonna show like Ellie being born, and she's gonna play Ellie's mom.
That's kind of cool, I guess.
It's cool because like she created Ellie, so like she
like, gave birth to Ellie.
Yeah, in a weird way, she did. Yeah.
Speaking of giving birth to monsters.
Oh.
Shut up. Let's talk about M3gan.
You can do better than that. Come on.
we don't have standards, Chema. You know this.
Thank you for welcoming us into your headphones. My name is Chema with a 3.
And I am, unfortunately, Eddie.
With a 3 as well.
And we're talking about this piece of shit film. Let's talk about M3gan.
M3gan, she's more than a toy, she's family. A brilliant toy company roboticist uses artificial intelligence to develop M3gan, a lifelike doll programmed to emotionally bond with her newly orphaned niece. But when the doll's programming works too well, she becomes overprotective of her new friend with terrifying results. Eddie, before we start, I'm going to ask you to please keep focused on the podcast and not on the Cowboys game. They're not going to make it to the Super Bowl, so, you know.
The game doesn't start for another hour and 15 minutes, you jackass.
I want you to be focused on this. They're not going to win.
Focused on this game. I was checking the time on my phone.
I don't believe
ass. But I'm already ready for in case they fail. I'm already ready. Like, emotionally, I'm prepared for this to fail.
How are you going to react if they do win?
Part of me is going to be happy and think maybe this year we can do it, but a larger part of me is going to be like, so you're gonna propose to me before you break my fucking heart? Thank you, asshole.
Oh, it's good to know that you're going in with expectations because God knows I didn't with this movie. So
wait, does that mean that you liked it or you did not like it?
No, you go first.
Okay, you know what?
First.
You know what? Yeah. How about this? I am currently drinking because I need to drink for this movie.
You're not drinking. You're drinking a fucking peach tea. Like
it's hot and cold. Shut the fuck up. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to tell you a little story. I'm going to tell you a story about
do.
Little Eddie back when I was 4 years old. I think you know the story. Am I right?
Do you want story music in the background?
Do you have story music?
I could. Let's see here. What do I have here? I have the Halloween theme. Do you want that thing in the background?
Sure. Oh my God. Okay. So folks, let me take you back to, I was 4 years old, 1997. My sisters are in the living room with my mother and my father, and they're watching a film by the name of Chucky. No, sorry, Child's Play, right?
Yeah.
And I'm a 4-year-old child, off the heels of watching Toy Story. Now, bear in mind, when I saw Toy Story, my mentality was, oh my God, my toys are alive. And then I watched Child's Play, and I'm like, oh my God, my toys are alive. And I was terrified of this fucking doll. For legit almost a decade, I couldn't watch Chucky. I hated it. Like, it would trigger my nightmares.
Yeah.
Legit, I killed that doll in an Inception dream that I had when I was 12. I killed it in a dream, woke up in another dream, fought it, woke up in my bed. Lo and behold, it was a third dream. It was Inception dream. Woke up, he was in my fucking house, and I fought him a third time. All right. In one night, I killed the son of a bitch. All right. And even then, I never watched Child's Play until I was 17 years old in high school. Okay. I'm not still scared of Chucky, but there's some PTSD there. I would fist fight him right now if I could. That said, this fucking movie triggered me. And I can't believe I'm actually used to saying that. But this little fucking doll made me go like into fight or flight mode, like very quickly. Worse than even Michael Myers. Because Michael Myers is terrifying, but I believe fist to fist, I have a chance. Especially the last one. But Chucky, but fucking Megan, the whole time during the end fight scene, I'm like, structural weak points are the joints. Go for the joints. She's titanium. If a kid can pick her up, so can you. Ragdoll her ass. What are you doing? What are you doing? Like, I was too invested in this. Bear in mind, Megan killed people that deserved it mostly, but like, Jesus Christ. So yeah.
Next time on Dragon.
Jesus.
Next time on Dragon Ball Z.
Shut the fuck up, Chema. You know what? You know what? I'm gonna visit you in Mexico. Just take away that goddamn soundboard. You're having way too much fun with that, young man. But no, seriously, I didn't fall asleep till 4 a.m.
Damn.
I saw the movie. We got out at like 11. I didn't fall asleep till 4 a.m. That's how triggered I was and PTSD I was from this goddamn film. What the fuck are your thoughts, Chema?
I thought it was pretty fun. Like for a movie that should have been bad. I remember the second that I saw the trailer and I saw the teaser and I thought, oh, okay, this is like the shitty movie we get on January. You know, it's the bad movie we get that gets dumped on January while all the Oscar films are coming out, you know, and everything else, you know. You're sure it's produced by James Wan. I think it's co-written by him as well. It's directed by Gerard Johnston, who has only directed another movie called Housebound. It stars Allison Williams, who, you know, I liked her in Girls and I liked her in Get Out. You know, she can shows that she can carry a movie. And this film and I was shocked because it got a 96% on Rotten Tomatoes. Like, I did not know what to believe when I saw that. So I was like, all right, you know, I'm definitely gonna have it on my radar. And then I saw it and I thought, this is a perfectly fine, well-made piece of movie. Like it wasn't very expensive, and it made quite a bit of money, and it felt like a good bet. Like it's not groundbreaking. I'll be honest. Like it doesn't feel like something that, you know, has not been done before. It did remind me a lot of Child's Play. Weirdly reminded me a lot of the Child's Play remake that came out like a couple years ago. I didn't think it was that scary. I'll be honest. I did not think it was super scary. I could see that all the jump scares were coming, but weirdly enough, it has a message that it's trying to get across, and it lays it down, and it's very direct about it, and it's short. It's an hour and 40 minutes. What's not to like? You know, What's
So-
this like?
So what's the message that you think they're trying to send?
I think they're trying to send, well, like all horror films nowadays, they're trying to show grief. They're trying to make it's a metaphor for grief. It's trying to, keep yourself open after all these things. And I love that they included like a therapist character so that they can translate the language of the film to like the audience so that even a dumbass like me can be like, oh, it's about grief. Oh, it's about this. Yeah.
Isn't your degree in psychology?
Yes, it is.
So you're a bad psychologist.
I'm not a bad psychologist. I'm a great psychologist. It's just I wasn't on the clock.
Whoa!
What I'm trying to say is the movie, I think, sits somewhere in the middle between like an A24 and like a big Blumhouse production, which is weird because it was made by Blumhouse. Like to me, this sits somewhere in between like an It Comes at Night and like a Halloween. Like it's somewhere that it's not the best of both worlds, but it is a fun little time. Like I can see people having fun with this at the theater and then never thinking about it again. But it's an all right movie. I see it becoming even a good Halloween costume.
Oh God, I'm gonna end up punching so many little girls in the face. And that, folks, is your little clip there. It is gonna go punch a bunch of little girls in the face on Halloween.
Oh my God.
I fucking dare you. I came this close to like punching a kid that was dressed up as Chucky once. This
and
close.
I'm gonna be in the background just playing this.
I appreciated that one. I didn't take away that soundboard, Jesus. But no, mate, no. What I took away from this, the big thing, I guess, and maybe I'm wrong, was the parenting. Was like, hey, maybe don't let technology raise your kids. Maybe you should raise your fucking child.
Yeah, absolutely, definitely. I think that's a big thing, and I like how explicit the movie is about it. Really, like I really like how they have to have like these moments where she's like, Jesus, like girl, like put Megan down for a second. In the same way that a parent would be like, Jesus, put your phone down for let's have a conversation for 3 seconds. We're eating hot dogs outside. For the love of God, I put effort in these hot dogs. Like I can feel the stress that this woman is feeling, And I like that they also portray the other. Sorry, they really portray the other side where it's like this girl is like, I don't want to be a mom. Like I don't want to, but I don't want my niece to grow up with those freaks in Florida. Yeah, no regrets. What have they done? Google Florida man and see for yourself.
Google Florida man and your birthday, and that's your representative.
for all we know, the grandparents were Florida man. What?
Oh, God.
All right. So I was saying that, yeah, I like how they also portrayed that. Like they show they show her not wanting to be a mom, but also wanting to keep this, little piece of shit safe. Because God, every time that a kid would just start yelling and crying, I'll be like, God damn it, this is why I don't want kids. Like this is why.
Oh, she lost her parents. Look, okay. Towards the part where she took away Megan, I did straight up tell Nikki that brat deserves like a good smack. The way she was screaming and kicking. But I want to point something out. If the ads had put in
no. Take a goddamn second to recover from that, Luna. What the fuck did you just say?
I said that kid did deserve a bit of a smack when she was kicking and screaming in the car. but no. Here. Let me give proper context to this. If the ad had done some proper parenting when she first got the kid, she wouldn't have had to have done that. The cause is no longer there. If you treat the thing causing, if you treat the symptoms, the sickness goes away. She should have talked to her at the beginning. Hey, I want to help you move forward. Or if you don't want to, I'm sorry. She was a shitty. Yeah, you know what? I feel comfortable saying that she was a shitty ad.
Well, yeah, because she doesn't want to. It makes sense.
You have to understand.
She's gonna give it to Florida grandparents. You can't do that.
No, but if you're gonna make that decision to be a parent, you need to be willing to make those compromises and say, if I'm gonna do this, I don't get to half-ass it. Because you know what happens when you when you decide to compromise and be like, oh, I'm gonna be a half-ass parent, you get little shits. You get fucking Donald Trump Jr.
She doesn't know that. She's learning. She's in the process.
She's a terrible learner.
If we get that done right from the beginning, we have no movie. That's the whole purpose.
I know, but I'm still going to criticize her. Look, Chema, if you become the godfather of my children, I need you to make a decision. I need you to make a decision. All right, if something happens to me and Nikki, if we get Thomas and Martha Wayne, all right, I need you to make a decision. All right, will you be Alfred, or are you going to be this shitty aunt? What do you want to be, Chema? Alfred or this bitch?
Oh my God, can I think about it?
No.
Oh my God.
Well, okay, so maybe we should talk about the actual movie itself.
It smells.
You can't have behind your soundboard, Chema. Do you want to be Alfred? Or do you want to be Germa, this piece of shit? Gemma. What do you want to be, Gemma?
Oh my God. Okay, look, it's not easy. It's not easy. Okay. Of course, I would love to be Alfred. Of course. But I don't know how, If I was young-ish, talented engineer working for a toy company, doing what I want and having a pretty cool house, like by myself, yeah, I wouldn't think about having children. I would just be like, yo, like I have a house. That's neat. Like I'm never gonna own a house, so like it's fine. No, like I understand where it was going, and it's good that they learned the lesson at the end. But I found myself having sympathy for her. I found myself having sympathy for Gemma, for Alison Williams. I wasn't upset. I wasn't angry. I understood how she was feeling. It's hard communicating with a kid. It's hard trying to make them understand, especially when you don't have those mechanisms. You didn't train for them. You didn't prepare to be, a surrogate mother.
That's
so yeah. So that's where I felt like the movie was pretty interesting and pretty well done because they go through that and they show you the human side. This M3gan movie, for some reason, contains not a lot of M3gan. A lot of it is just the two of them trying to have a meal together, or her trying to, get her work going right. Sure, there are like the cartoon elements that we expect to see in like a horror film, like the asshole boss, or like all the M3gan scenes even. Like it's well done. I'm surprised of how well done it is. I feel a little bad for the studio, the director, because they're gonna make a sequel and then they're gonna make a third one, and the guy who had the idea of calling it M3gan with a 3 is gonna be like, God damn it! We should have saved that for the third one.
I bet you it was just because they couldn't like copyright the name M3gan, so they had to use a 3.
No, like I don't doubt it. I just feel really bad for that guy because they're gonna get to the third movie and he's gonna be like, God damn it, we should have saved that for the third one.
What's called no, there's a scene in this movie where I'm like, because this movie I always not hate, but there's always a thing I have with movies like this that try to predict the future, but they're a little too accurate. Kind of like the way I was with Don't Look Up.
Yeah.
And in this film, she even says like, M3gan's the toy of the future. It's $10,000, meaning only the really wealthy can really afford her, but she'll raise your kid for you. She'll remind them, read them bedtime stories, talk to them, help them therapy, blah, blah, blah. All these things. And then her coworker, her friend calls her out and says, so what the fuck are you going to do?
Yeah.
Like if someone makes a commitment to be a parent, you understand that you're taking on a massive responsibility. And to half-ass it is not only selfish on your part, not only are you damaging the kids, but fucking pardon me, you're damaging the society I live in, you piece of shit. Like you can't decide that you're gonna raise a human being, half-ass it, destroy the kid, and then leave them scarred for the rest of their lives. I'm sorry, you don't get to half-ass stuff like that. That's morally irresponsible. And I know that's not the whole point of the movie, but like that's what was running through my mind was how can you be so negligent? And to me, this toy, this creature, this M3gan, is the form of negligence. Also, why did you use Pavlov's first 3 laws? You idiot. Like, that's the basic of robotics. A robot cannot harm a human under any circumstance, nor can they allow human to be harmed due to negligence. Law number 2, robot must obey any orders unless it conflicts with the first law. Law number 3, robot must protect itself unless it conflicts with the second and or first law.
That is
That's the basics.
That is great what you just said, except it wasn't Pavlov, it was Isaac Asimov. So,
Sorry, Asimov, sorry, my bad.
Yeah, so the science people are gonna kill us now, because we made one mistake. So wait, this is you right now.
Since I've made a mistake of some kind.
That's you right now.
I'm sorry to go off on a rant about parenting. It's just like
no. I get it. I get it. I know you have strong opinions. It's tough. It's tough being a kid, especially when, I was going to make a Cowboys joke there, but I couldn't think of anything. Anyway.
Well, I'm sure it's tough to be a kid when your parents are negligent and they just buy you whatever you want. Also, fuck that kid that they ripped off his ear. What's his name? Brandon? Fuck that kid.
Oh yeah. Fuck that kid. Definitely. Like, I love how this movie waited to present another kid just so you can be like, okay, here, you may have one to kill. It was pretty wonderful.
M3gan actually has a pretty low body count. She only kills what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people?
Yeah.
There's 7 deaths if you count the parents.
And the dog.
I'm counting the dog. Dogs are people.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, surprisingly, because I just saw the new Puss in Boots movie, and that movie has a higher body count than this one. So.
What?
Yeah.
Puss in Boots has a body count.
Yeah. Oh, hell yeah. Yeah.
Oh, my. All right. I guess I got to watch Puss in Boots now.
It's genuinely like.
Is it the best Shrek movie since Shrek 2?
It's possibly the best Shrek movie since Shrek 2. Yes.
Ooh. Okay.
Is
this the third Puss in Boots movie? Or is this
it's the second one.
Second?
It's just the second one, yeah.
But this one's the animation style, right?
Yeah, it's like Spider-Verse now.
Hey, you know what? I wouldn't mind seeing a Shrek like that. Just saying.
Yo, this is how they're gonna take it from now on. Take it, because it was great. I don't want to spend too much time on putting the new Puss in Boots movie, but Jesus Christ, it's amazing. The animation is wonderful. It's got an Attack on Titan tribute sequence.
Oh, I saw that.
Yeah, and it has probably the best side character since Donkey. Like, it's got its own donkey, except it's a dog. You're gonna love this dog.
Is it the ugly one?
Yes, you're gonna fucking love this dog. When I tell you, you're gonna watch this movie and you're gonna cry over this damn dog. Yeah,
I believe you.
Yeah.
Now, so speaking of crying and unfeeling. I don't know where I was going with this. M3gan, how do you feel about the actual, the robot, the design, the acting, the
I think it's freaking seamless. There was not even a single second where I didn't think that thing was alive. And I like how they combined it, it's a little girl with a mask and with a dress and a little bit of effects. But man, it looks great. Doesn't it? It looked freaking great. This is why puppetry needs to be in this kind of movies, Even the scenes where a voice will come out and her lips wouldn't really match it. I felt like that was okay because it's a doll,
Well, yeah, it feels like a robot. Like it's trying hello.
Yeah.
People can't see me, but yeah.
Her voice reminded me of GLaDOS from Portal. I'm pretty sure they were going for that. Yeah.
No, I agree. The what threw me off was the robotic sound at the very end was like that.
Yeah.
Whenever she was trying to mimic someone's voice, I was like, oh, it just went south.
Yeah.
No, M3gan's. I don't like the fact that I feel like she's a little too realistic in a sense of AI evilness. It makes sense. My prime objective is to protect this kid from any harm. That includes you.
Yeah.
I like that. I like how it takes it to its logical conclusion. And even the part where the little girl fights back and M3gan says, you ungrateful bitch. I'm like, There it is. Get her. I love Bruce. I love how there's a fourth member of the family. Bruce.
Oh, yeah, Bruce was great. Bruce, the real MVP. I want to get a figure of Bruce and put it in my book and put it in my bookshelf.
I want to get a figure of Bruce and like put it in my office against the wall, like this massive 9-foot robot that I can threaten my students with and be like, either send for classes or else.
See, that would be pretty cool. That would be pretty cool. Yeah. Yeah. And no, like the climax is good. I feel like the movie ends a little too fast. Like it ends with that little tease at the end of her still, possibly still being around. I don't love those, but they're kind of like the cliches that you have to keep in your horror movies. So I guess it's fine. I feel like this movie's good for like people that that want to watch a movie like this, but don't want to watch a real scary movie. Yeah. Like it's a good middle of the road. Like it's a good compromise. It's fine. Like for the movie that it is, I wasn't expecting something amazing, and I was expecting something to suck real bad. I was expecting it to be pretty boring, and this one flew by. It was fun. I did not mind paying for this. Like it was, I had a good time. I went to the movies by myself. I got like snackies, and I got like in one of those chairs that like leans back. I had a blast, man. I saw it in the middle of the week, and I had a good time. When I went to see Smile, I went to see it by myself, and I remember coming back from it. I had like I was feeling the movie like in my shoulders, like I was like still like tense. A bit shocked from it. Yeah, tense. Same thing happened when I saw the black what's it called? The black phone. Yeah, when I saw the black phone, it was the first time that I had to like check the back of the car just to just while I was driving back. This one, like I came back, I was singing along to like Prince songs, and I was having a blast in the car. Like I almost forgot that I saw the movie. So that's good. I feel like we do need movies like that, and this one I think it's one of the better ones.
And we are back dealing with this fucking evil doll. What are your? Do you have any other feelings you want to share as far as this film is concerned?
Nothing. I don't really see a franchise of this like getting a lot of traction. Like, what can they do besides like sending her with a different family? Just repeat the same movie. You want to make something real original? You remember when we had Freddy versus Jason? Have M3gan fight Gabriel from Malignant. That's what I would like to see. Fucking go all out, make it go crazy. Gaslight, gatekeep, girlbot.
What if Gabriel comes out to harm, and he's trying to harm a particular person, maybe a child, or he's trying to transfer his life into a child that his sister gives birth to, and M3gan's in charge of protecting that kid at all costs?
Fucking let's go.
Are we making M3gan a good guy?
I don't care. Just make them fight.
Well, actually, so I asked you that question because I wanted to set up, because now I want to talk about the future of this franchise. Yeah. So real quick, it's been about 10 days since the movie released, and it's already grossed almost $100 million to a $12 million budget. So
good for her.
So that's serious fucking coin. Like you more than 7 times your investment, or 9 times your investment almost. Yeah, no, they will definitely make a sequel. Now, what would you think if we had M3gan versus Chucky?
Did Blumhouse did the reboot of Chucky?
They did the reboot, but that's not what they're talking about. I think they're going to ignore the reboot like it never fucking happened, because Don Mancini had nothing to do with it, and that dude has been the shepherd of Chucky since it was first made.
I actually. Are you watching the show?
I have not seen the show. I saw the first season, but I'm not. I'll wait till season 2 is over, and then I'll like binge the whole thing.
Okay. Because if she's gonna go fight that Chucky, she's done. She's gonna lose.
I mean, wait, but I know there's an army of Chuckies. What about an army of M3gans?
It could last like a good 45 minutes, but they would lose.
We'll see. So the producers of M3gan have actually expressed interest. There was let me see here, on a Reddit AMA. One actually expressed idea for sequels. No, sorry. In character M3gan, Johnson expressed interest in doing a crossover with the Child's Play franchise. So we have that to look forward to. Possibly, I'm not saying for sure what happened, but having M3gan versus Chucky, I mean, I could definitely see that being like maybe her third film.
Sure, why not?
But I think M3gan has to win the second film.
Yeah, they could do that. They could very well do that. I do see it happening.
Well, also
And
they
honestly,
had
why not? Why not? Let her win one.
they
Let
had
us go. Good for her for once.
they had a spat on Twitter actually. The Twitters of M3gan and Chucky were actually going at it. Like they were shit talking each other. Like imitation. What was it? Imitation is the sincerest form of flattery. And then the other one said, "Bitch, you can't even approach my number of movies." She's like, "I can't hear you from all the way down there, you midget." And they were just like,
Oh my god! Wait.
I shit you not. There was a spat. Let me see here.
Oh my
I'm
god!
gonna look it up. Chucky versus M3gan Twitter.
Oh my god!
I don't feel so good. Why are all my limbs slack? Why can't I move my eyes?
Chucky tweeted, "Everyone trying to be me." And then M3gan tweeted, "You that doll when you cause all this conversation." Chucky responded, "Tell her to call me when she can do this." And it's a TV show. And then M3gan replied, "Tweet me when you can do this," and it's her dancing.
Yeah.
And then Chucky says, "Word to the wise, don't fuck with the Chuck." And then she just tweeted back, "LOL, Chuck, please." I'm sure the tweeting like it was funny and all, but I really do want to see M3gan versus Chucky just to see what would happen.
I mean, my money's on Chucky, but
Not gonna lie, I think it'd be my nightmare, but I'd be down to watch it. I'd have to drink heavily to watch it, but I'd watch it.
All right, sounds like a good commentary idea. All right.
Oh god.
Yeah. Yeah, but honestly, starting the year with this movie, not a bad way to start the year. We've started way worse.
Definitely. And also,
Yes.
a great way to also start the year is to talk about last year.
Oh, I love when you nail a transition. Well done, man.
Thank you.
Well done. Let me get you a good audio. Yeah.
I can't hear that.
Let him.
All right, that's it. That's all you got.
Whoa. But folks, next week, me and Chema are going to be delivering our top 10 movies of 2022.
Top 10 movies of 2022. This has been like the hardest year that we've had to do this, I think. Especially because I saw like a lot of really good movies in the past like 2 weeks. Like just catching up.
Same.
So
Same.
yeah, I don't think we're gonna end up with a very similar list. I can think of a couple of movies that we both might have, but we're gonna have to wait and see for that.
I'll give you all one spoiler alert. Go watch Pale Blue Eyes. It's not in my top 10, but it's a half decent mystery movie.
All right, sounds good. I have wait. Let me think. This is honestly like the first time where if you had asked me to do a top 20, I could have done a top 20. Like it was so hard this year.
I actually have a top 18. I don't want to do a top 20. I don't want to do a top 20. Please no.
Do you want to do a top 15?
Oh god, dude, I'd have to go back and redo the list though.
No, top 10. Top 10. We're doing top 10. That's it.
We're gonna do a top 10. We're gonna record it via video chat, and this will actually be a video. Like that will be a video podcast.
Yeah, it sounds like it's about time that we do that. Maybe I'll dress up. Maybe I'll put on like a shirt and a tie. We'll see.
Christ.
We will see. All right, but that should cover everything. That should cover everything about M3gan and the movie that we just saw. We're gonna take next week to that top 10, and then we'll see how we're gonna proceed with the week, because it looks like it's gonna be nothing but Oscar movies between this and February, and then on March. Jesus Christ! Did you see all the movies that are coming out on March?
I did not.
Shazam 2, Creed 3, Scream 6. Like we're gonna have like nonstop back-to-back double murder champions. It's gonna be great.
I mean, bitching. That's all I can say.
Yeah, and all I can
We
say
don't pick the ballroom. We just dance.
is that. So, I got us really good sounds for the top 10. That's gonna be. I can tease you that.
But what was the last one that you just played? We don't take the bar, we just dance.
We don't pick the ballroom. We just dance.
Where's
That's
that from?
It's from Into the Spider-Verse.
Oh, okay. I like that.
The Nicolas Cage Spider-Man.
I like that. But
All right.
yeah, folks, that's gonna. Oh wait, what was your grade? We didn't give grades.
What did I give this movie? Let me check my letterbox.
B. I'm gonna give it a B.
Give it a B.
It's good. I don't know if I'm gonna go back and watch it.
I give it 3.5 stars.
What's cool?
And yeah, but it kind of sucks because the whole time that I was watching the movie, I just kept thinking of that Vine of the girl who's like, "You can't sit with us," and then the other one goes, "Actually, Megan, I can't sit anywhere. I have hemorrhoids." Like that's the whole time I was just thinking about that one Vine.
Where the fuck is that from?
You never seen this? It was a Vine. It was like a pretty popular one. Yeah, it was a girl going like you can't sit with us. It's like, actually, Megan, I can't sit anywhere. I have hemorrhoids. But it's hemorrhoids with a 3 instead of an E. And I'm gonna play the outro. Let me know when you're ready.
Folks, thank you for joining us this week. I'm sorry about all the talk about hemorrhoids at the end of this episode. Feels appropriate.
Sometimes I'll start a sentence and I don't even know where it's going. I just hope I find it along the way.
That's okay. You know what? You have that's a good one.
All right. Well, we're gonna sign off. Thank you for joining us. My name is Chema.
I've been Eddie.
And this was the rollback.
I can't believe your tits are one polygon.
Bye, everybody.
No. I have a reminder, you son of a bitch. Undo that fucking intro.
Okay.
I have a goddamn outro. All right. With the reminder, parents, don't let technology raise your fucking kids. Because you know why? Even if you don't want to deal with them, someday I'm going to have to, you piece of shit. Raise your kids to be good people. Fuck.
Let's get ready to rumble.
No, I don't even want to do this outro no more. Fuck this. I'm out. Bye.